Nico, can you kind of take me through what happened last game where you had to leave for a bit and then came back and decided to keep going?
Yeah, got hit there in the chest, and I was struggling with breathing, and but made it work.
And how important for you was it to be in that game and compete and come back? Lindy said after the game, he wasn't sure if you were going to be able to.
I mean, I felt I'll give it another try and try to keep my shifts shorter, but it worked out. Like I said, if I feel like I can try it again or do it, I want to be out there with the guys.
And I'm sure, pays off in multiple ways just being able to be a part of that last shift of the game there. And just, can you take me through the emotions of those final couple seconds?
Yeah, great win obviously for us, and wasn't sad about that the game was over. I just tried to get through it, and but like I said, I was able to, and we got those 2 huge points for us, and that's all that matters.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay.
And how maybe important yesterday for a day off, a break, especially after you guys had that long trip. How important was that for you guys?
Really important. It's never easy coming back from the West Coast, especially the first few games. I think we did a decent job last game, and but tonight it's another good opponent waiting for us, and we got to be better than last game. Get our legs back, and just be a little bit more. Would say be a little bit more skating, because I feel like we played a decent game, but I still felt like we were a little tired, which could be coming back from the West Coast, but. Today, I think after morning skate, now just all matters get ready, find our legs, and be ready from the puck drop tonight.
One of the things that Brendan was just talking about is the significance of someone like you who wears the C coming back into a game like that. Do you feel that added motivation, being the captain, to be able to come back in a game like that? Or is that just Nico Hischier?
That's a mindset here at New Jersey Devils. I feel like everybody should have that mindset. If you can play, you should play, and if it works, it works, and I somehow made it work.
Nico, how important is it for the young group to be in a playoff race like this? Like, how useful is it to have you guys playing meaningful games?
It's really important. That's the goal at the end of the day, and we know there's still a lot of games left, but we're right there where we want to be. And from now on, games are not getting easier. I think everybody understands it here, but we'll definitely see it out there. And we just got to focus on us game by game, and just still trying to improve as a team.
Obviously, your brother playing for the Golden Knights. What do you like about maybe defending against your brother when you're out there on the ice? Is there that extra?
I don't like defending against him at all. He's a good player, but I think ever since we've been little, we've been very competitive. Didn't matter if it was in the basement or on the ice. So we both play each other hard, and kind of just how it unfolds. But we've been very lucky to have a lot of family come to games. We have family coming to this game, and I think it just amps up the level of competition, and it's always exciting. I'm excited to play, and hopefully my parents, since we're in Jersey, are cheering for New Jersey, but we'll have to see about that at the end of the game.
Do they ever have who are like one of them wear one? I mean, I don't know if they wear jerseys, but
no, they don't. They don't pick and choose. Normally, if I had to guess, it's always Riley. But like I said, they're staying at my place, so they're cheering for New Jersey.
And just to be able to, the fact that I believe they're still up in Ontario, right? Is that
Yep.
where? It's so close for them to be able to come for this game. Saw them at the last game as well.
Right, yeah, and they've been here for the last 2 games, and we have some of our East Coast families in town, so it's a great experience. We're enjoying it. And Riley came over for dinner and saw everybody, so that was fun. He had a long day, obviously, traveling, but he made the effort, and that means a lot to us. So it's great, but then once the pucks drop, it's all business, and we've played against each other, I don't know, a numerous amount of times, even in the playoffs, so it just turns into another game.
And just when you go back to last game, you and I have talked a lot about who Nico Hischier has become. To see him get injured the way he did and to come back and play the rest of the game, What can you speak to when it comes to who he's really developed from the start of the year to now that you've seen?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It goes to show you who Nico is, and that's who you want to be your captain, is a leader like that. Watching guys that were leaders ahead of me and that they would play through everything, it was just it's that level of competition that you can't teach, and there's a lot of players that I'm pretty sure would have pulled the chute, and he didn't. And I'm going to be honest, like, it's a big reason why we won that game is because your leader is putting out that effort to stay in the game, and it helps everybody. And then it helps the shifts and everything, because he's now playing against high competition level, like he's playing against Sid and everything, and you're keeping the rotation correct as what you had at the start of the game, so everything's normal. It's a big thing, and people might forget that or not think about it, or it might go over your head, but him playing the rest of that game, it means a lot for sure.
And how about the play from December to January? You and I have talked a lot about the steps that need to be taken to up the level of competition. Are you seeing that, and is the results you're getting now a result of that?
Yeah, obviously we went through that skid, and every team's going to find adversity. You have to find a way to get over it and continue to play good hockey. And I think I find that no team is going to win if they don't have that adversity. You got to find it. We're going to find it again sometime here. And the competition level has upped itself. These last, I think teams have like 3+ games till break. They're big games. These are big points right before. They get harder right now, and then afterwards everybody's coming back nice and fresh. But these next 3 games are massive, and you got to get your points out of them. Whether it is try to find a way to get a tie and then steal one in overtime or shootout. These are big points. It doesn't matter how you got to do it. And points at the end of the day, and I've talked about this, you want to be tough to play against and come out with points, and that's how you got to do it. But sometimes it's got to be stingy offensive or stingy defensively, and you just got to find ways to win. And it doesn't really matter if everybody wants to watch. All our fans want to watch a 7-0 game, but the type of game doesn't always attest to that, so you just got to play the game that's in front of you, and that's a good team over there, so we're going to have to make sure we buckle down and play good defense.
Thank you.
Getting an opportunity now, how do you think you've used that time away to maybe either watch film, watch the game, watch from the press box, whatever it is, to help you be a better player now that you're back in the lineup?
You do what you can, right? Just watch games, watch film, whatever, but at the end of the day, you got to get in and then you got to perform, so I'm in now. I gotta perform, and I gotta really bring my A game here.
How would you evaluate your last contest against Pittsburgh?
Not where I want to be. Like personally, I gotta be better, right? So, do what I can. It's obviously tough jumping in and out of the lineup, right? Can't really get in the rhythm, but it doesn't matter anymore. I gotta do better.
You said you're not where you want to be. What are some of the things you want to get to be where you want to be?
Just, more poise with the puck. I got to get my confidence up and, just moving my feet. It's a big asset for me, big guy. I got to move my feet when I get the puck.
What goes into confidence when I got to get my confidence up? What does that look like? How do you sort of orchestrate that?
Execution. I felt like I was missing passes last game. It doesn't matter though, so I got to bounce back. Got to bring my A game and just, the confidence will build when the execution's good. So, yeah.
Do you remember, like, from the last games that you've played, not just right now, but previously this season, is there something in particular from those games that you need to maybe do this time around, like when you were playing your best? Maybe that was a bad question.
No, it's just I just gotta get back into a rhythm and do what I can, right? Again, in and out of the lineup doesn't matter. Just gotta get back into my own rhythm and just play my game.
Lindy, what's the challenge, the biggest challenge that you face here tonight against the Golden Knights?
I think just making sure that we limit the opportunities from their top players. They got some good skill up front. Defense that can get pretty active. So, again, playing a really good game away from the puck.
In the last game, obviously, we talked about having a little bit of fatigue given the road trip. How important was yesterday's day off, and how much do things have to change in a second period from last game?
We have to play a lot quicker. I thought we were slow to pucks. we need to get there quicker. We need to be available as forwards, and we got to get out of the zone a lot quicker.
For Nico, we talked a little bit about it, but talked to Brendan today about it. For Nico as the captain to come back in that last game, how significant is that for the rest of the team? He said, it's not about me, that's just what you have to do as a New Jersey Devil.
Well, I think every player knows when they're dealing with some type of injury, you can play with a level of pain. You can play, if you're hurting. If it's limiting your play, you have to come out. Nico felt he could play to a high level, and I thought he finished the game that way.
Lindy, what's sort of the plan with Alexander Holtz and Fabian Zetto and some of these young guys? How have you seen their development in practice, and what's the plan for them moving forward?
Plan is to get them, try to get them games. Right now with other players coming back in the lineup, we've got extra bodies. We've got a week where we've got 4 games in 6 nights, so we'll deal with it from game to game. Back-to-back games, I think sometimes there's fatigue. I think there's an opportunity there to insert a couple players. But we'll just evaluate. They're both working extremely hard. Their attitudes have been great. And just got to continue to get better with practice.
Obviously, they want to get games under their belt, but is there a way to replicate that in practice, and have you seen that so far?
We don't practice enough to replicate it. If you look at what we just went through, flying back, play a game, take a day off. Today's again is a game day. Tomorrow will be a lighter day because we're going to head on the road and play a couple of games again. So. Replicating it is tough. Getting the extra skates. I know Alexander's been doing some extra work, away from our practices on the ice with skating, and I see improvement, and that's what you need to see.